Brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yes, sir.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense.
And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
With their lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here we go, here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw here. Flushed out. Now Burrow loses the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because the defense got it. They were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They go play action here on 1st down. And right away, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll set up shop in enemy. At the 45-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense.
They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
This is caught. It's Floyd.
Down the left sideline.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. Look at the big man rumble. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 73 yards. And the Bengals have regained the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Floyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Let's go now.
First carry of the game for Zamir White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Steelers at 6-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here we go.
To throw his DTR. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Christian Watson, 36 yards. And the Steelers have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can...
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Opting to run again here with White.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Wait. Set, ready. Ready.
Thompson Robinson throwing here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Pushing and finding his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
11 empty.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Out to his left. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Boy, 4th and 2. This crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now there's 70,000 coaches in the stands thinking they were right.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barton. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Floyd, the man in motion right. Play action, now Thompson Robinson. And he's got his target, Harris. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Hut.
Off the play fake, Thompson Robinson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Burrow looking to pass. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him.
And gets by him, and now a little daylight. Still going. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 58 yards. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Ready, set.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Thompson Robinson will look to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Thompson Robinson.
And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Nifty move. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Burrow will throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
Past the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Here we go.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals have yet again retaken the lead. McPherson on for the point after.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
Come on, set.
Throwing. Thompson Robinson. This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Christian Watson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
Here we go.
Now Burrow changing the look. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
I'm fine. Ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Now they go screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Ready.
Thompson Robinson off of play action. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. Going up top. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Ready?
The DTR going to throw it here. He's got the hook up to Floyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Drill, 52.
Thompson Robinson now. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go.
Up the middle they go. Barton now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Inside the 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there for the second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Narbison now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score. There he goes, left side. Still on his feet. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the 3rd quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Thompson Robinson now. Flush to his right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
560.
3rd down from the gun, Thompson Robinson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Switch, yellow. Set, cut.
First down, here's White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it. And this is Floyd, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Ready, ready.
Thompson Robinson now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and that will keep this a 3-point game. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a give to Dobbins. Oh, he shifts past him. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Ready. Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
The way the game has changed a little bit is that defensive goals have changed in a big way. Nowadays, it's not so much stopping certain yardage or whatever, but it's not giving up big, explosive plays. Anything over 10 yards, you're trying to hold teams below that. When they get one against you, as we just saw there, boy, that really hurts them. It puts them back on their heels a little bit and makes them a little bit less confident. Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, he had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 67 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Here we go, set. Ready?
Here's White. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Set, ready.
To throw his DTR. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! Zamir White from 8 yards out. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. Now Narveson for the PAT. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Here we go.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Done.
Burrow on play action. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Set.
On the bootleg, here's Thompson Robinson. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Barton. Down the right sideline. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2, ready? Here we go.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Complete to Likely. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
11. Here we go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to
On 2.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
On 1, ready? 12.
Here's Burrow.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now they go play action now. Burrow under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well.
to give them an opportunity.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Play action, now Thompson Robinson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Thompson Robinson will look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Ready. Cut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this. And now here's another interception. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Come on, set.
Thompson Robinson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It was Miles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground. Narvis's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. The bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
173 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to... And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though...
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set.
Going right side is White. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 36. The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Ready.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Let's go. Check go.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here.